All right, bro. I see a stack of photos here, man. Take us down memory lane. What are we looking at?
Well, we're looking at an 8-pounder here. I remember coming in and making my last stop. And making that last stop, the last cast of the day, and 8 and change.
Look at that gut.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a trout-eating fish back then.
Mm-hmm.
That was on the swim bait.
Okay.
That was on the big bait. Yeah.
Big swimmer fish.
Yeah, that was just the last cast, before you head in. You just make that last cast, and bam, there it was, and they kick you off the lake. You gotta go.
The struggle of fishing in SoCal.
And you gotta leave, and it's like, wow.
On the trailer before the sun's even gone.
Yeah, here's another 7 and change. Oh no, this one actually, yeah, we got 7 and change, and probably one pushing about 6 here. Those are big bait fish too.
So, people might have this misconception that you catch a swimbait fish, it's going to be an automatic 10-pounder. What's the actual ratio of, let's say 6 to 9-pound fish versus 10-pound fish in your experience?
Wow. Yeah, it depends on how many years back you want to go to. It's changed through the years. Everything's changed. The cycles. Seems like now, for me right now, or the last couple of years, it seems like you get an 8 to 9-pound fish locally. That's a pig.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, that's a pig. I do catch a few here and there, but the double digits is eluded me the last couple of years.
Wow.
Double digit.
So do you feel like that population of fish over 10 is diminished for the most part in most of our lakes here?
Somewhat, but the fish now are a lot more smarter. They're deeper. They're being very defensive. All elusive, and the windows are very minimal. It's tough.
So you caught a ton of double-digit fish, and you've got a lot of experience. You figured them out in the past, and even now they continue to change and adapt to us and other external factors, right? And how truly special is a 10-pound fish? Like a 10-pounder on a scale, oh man, that's a legit 10.
That's an achievement, and the thing is that I weigh my fish. And most guys don't, and they eyeball, and I hear all this stuff about 8s, 9s, 10s, 12s, and what have you. But truly, some of the guys out there that know me, they'll literally come up and I'll weigh their fish for them. We'll measure, weigh them out, and get them all dialed in. So
it's important, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
You can't call a fish a 12-pounder.
Doc talk again. It's just doc talk.
Well, I think what it is. It's plausible deniability, right? It's like, oh, I didn't have a scale, but I'm pretty sure it was this.
Well, I've seen
it my whole life, man.
I see these guys telling me they got 20-pound limits, but realistically, they're
16, 17.
They're 15 to 17-pound limits. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Plenty of times, and they say they got a double digit. Hold it up, let me see. And I'm like, and I challenge them.
Oh, yeah.
They don't want to hear it, but the fact of the matter, here's the scale.
That's right.
Proof is the scale. Facts are the facts. So yeah, just I document and compare from year to year the cycles. And I caught a lot of big northerns, lots of big northerns, and that's the thing. But now all our fish are crossbred, hybrid. We got so many mixtures now. The pure strain is not like it used to be either. But that's just another problem. That's in fact another swimbait fish. That's just another swimbait fish in the 5.5, 6 pound range there. That just makes your day.
Absolutely.
You catch a 5.5, 6 pound fish in the bag with the rest of your fish. That's just a nice catch. This I remember. This was summer fishing. This is summer fishing and catching 7s and 5s.
Look at that gut on a summer fish.
That's summertime. That was that was post spawn. That was end of June, but that fish is, I believe, a late spawner. I would believe that would be a very late spawner, but that's that. And in fact, those are big bait fish too.
Nice.
Big bait reaction fish. Yes, they're big bait reaction fish in the summertime.
Okay.
Yeah, and
people still can have this crazy notion that once trout are stopped, that they won't eat a big bait anymore. And I've spent 4 or 5 seasons in a row from 2005 to 10 throwing nothing but a big bait literally year round, right? And saw success and caught fish. And people still, it's like, oh, it's not time yet. Like, not time yet. Like, man, a big fish is going to eat a big meal year round. Like, sure, your windows of opportunity might be better, you know, in the colder winter months. But that just goes to show, man, you know, think outside the box, right? How fast were you fishing this reaction style big bait? Like, pretty aggressively?
Just slow, steady retrieves, you know, but just funneling fish from key spots where they're going to be hanging out, knowing positioning where they're at. It goes back to, you know.
So does that go back to your fundamental styles of fishing?
It goes back
to understanding how they position.
It goes back.
Wow. Okay, look at that.
It just really goes back to basics, and like you hear all the big bait guys in Seminole will tell you, and then they'll tell you about boat positioning.
Yeah.
You're talking about shade, sun rays, all that in position. It means so much. It means so much, and you gotta make those long stealth casts.
Now, do you think all those other factors are more important than the actual bait you're throwing are?
It's a big part of it. A big part of it, because you don't want them to know you're even close to them.
Yeah.
And your bait's got to be precise. You can't foul anything up. You got one shot and one shot only, because you foul it up and the fish see that the bait has been fouled up on your retrieve. You snag something. You're in trouble. You're done.
Yeah, you get one shot typically.
Definitely. So yeah, and I've caught multiple fish on one spot reaction, which is hard to do at times. I can't replicate that nowadays like I have in the past. And I believe the population, between the pressure and less numbers of fish too, we've had an impact here for the double digits in the quality of fish that we have, based on over harvesting too. In some places have been impacted from meat hunters, meat catchers. You know, I see a lot of poaching going on a regular basis too. I see a lot of stuff I don't like. But
it's terrible.
Yeah, definitely. You're catching 5, 6, 7 pound summer fish. Those are pigs for summer.
That's fine.
Typically, by the time summer comes, you know, it's pretty much all over for a lot. This was a pig, and if I could recall, this one here was pushing 10.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Look at that one. Is that a Bass Tricks? Bait fry?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a stud.
Yeah, that was a good fish.
It's a big fish too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a spawn fish there.
Okay.
Big female. But if you look and see how short and stocky.
Yeah, that is a short one.
I don't recall the dimensions on that, but I know that was like the double digit right there that I have. Yeah.
Just from the way that fish is shaped, I think I have a good idea of where it's from.
Yeah, definitely. That's a Florida there. Oh yeah.
Wouldn't you guys like to know?
And here's more summer fish. Yeah, these are summer fish.
So it didn't stop for you in the summer.
I've done some pretty good on some of our local lakes during the summer.
Hold on, bro. I think I know where this one is. What do the locals know about what's in the background there? Man, oh man.
You know all about this place.
I might have cut my teeth on that place.
You know all about this place right here. Yeah.
You know what's funny is people swear up and down still that like it's terrible and it sucks but honestly, look at those fish. Like I have felt my entire life that those fish coming out of this lake are some of the healthiest fish in the state. Like they're beautiful. Well, I guess they are hard to catch because you very rarely catch them with like scars or, you know, hook holes and worn mouths and busted lips.
Those fish over there have been to college and
yeah,
then
they
some.
have.
Yeah, they all have their degrees.
And they got a little street cred because it's right next to the hood.
Oh boy, do they! And they're so elusive.
They are. That's what makes it fun.
They don't come out to play too often. I'll tell you what. But when you can crack the code, there's some days you just can't do any wrong.
You know, a lot of people want to chase a bite, right, and go where it's easy. What's your take on fishing a tough fishery like the one we just talked about versus, you know, one that doesn't challenge you?
Gosh, that lake right there is very humbling. Be honest with you, it's like a 50-50 flip of a coin. I mean, when you go there, and it's either on, you know, when they're biting, and there's days that they're just not cooperating, and you got to do everything and throw everything in the book to catch a fish.
Just get a bite, yeah.
And then there's days that you can go out there and catch a bang 'em out here and there, but typically it's you're scratching to get a limit, you're scratching to get some quality. The timing over there is too important, and then there's windows of opportunity over there that are just phenomenal. And I've heard 40-pound bags, 30-pound bags.
Yep.
And that's all low key, but
I've done a few 30s. I didn't break 40 there.
yeah, it's got the potential. I've seen it. I mean, we've seen if you've done your homework, and you've been there and done that. So that's the deal. But venturing off and going to other places as well too. It's just like, you know, each lake is so different. You can't compare one lake to another too much nowadays because of water levels.
They are all so drastically different.
Everything's changed in the way the vegetation grows out here now. That we accelerated in our vegetation growth. The light penetration that we have now that's coming down, and it's just so intense. It's changed a lot. Now we have also issues going on with our bait, the forage, and what's going on. How we've lost a lot of bait in some of our lakes, and it's impacted the fishery, you know, quite a bit. But
just got to adapt, right?
Definitely have to adapt. You have to make the changes, you know, from one day to the next. It's a game. It's a challenge. It's a chess game, I would say. It's kind of a chess game now that you're up against. And, you know, you can pick all the days you want to go fishing, but that doesn't mean you're going to catch them, you know. It's just a matter of trying to get out there at the right time. Timing is important. And that's the key, and I find out now too. You know, I mean, weekends. There's been some good moon phases this year on the weekends. I mean, these guys. I'm just looking at it. I won't fish a weekend. I won't even go out on a weekend. But I'll tell you what. I see that some of these weekends that we had this year, that the moon and everything was lining up, and the bloodbath that I've heard on some of these lakes that went off that were just phenomenal on the weekends. You know.
Man.
And I'm like, wow. I was there a day earlier, you know, but then I'll be there a couple of days after the fact and get the scraps, you know, sometimes. But yeah.